Now's the mic working? Okay, so now I've been talking for 10 minutes and no one's heard me. Let's explain all this again. Welcome, this is my Space Engineers 2 playthrough. My mic apparently did not, you guys didn't get to hear all of it. Let me reset my oxygen count so we can carry this on. I had to reset because with Vertical Slice 2.2, the ring that you saw me point at, the Palatine Moon, all of those things didn't automatically attach to space to the 2.1 saves. So if we wanted all the new things that came with 2.2, we had to restart a brand new save. So we got a brand new save. We have our blueprints from our old save to rebuild stuff later if we need to, and we will want to build the B. Maybe not the what is going on? Okay. Now what? There, finally. I don't know what caused that. So we have to do a reset to get to all the new stuff, basically. So we did do our reset. We are here with the new stuff. They did a soft reset of their base too, because this was not up here. This was not in here at all. Still can't change it to purple. I want purple. Alas. Anyway. Sorry. You couldn't do that last time. Relation station got bigger. Contract terminal is...
Colonist detected. Welcome to Valation Station, the central hub of the Verger sector. I am the Colonization Authority. When the first waves of the Bearing Project arrived, the cohesion of human-led decision-making was suboptimal. As a solution, neutral stations were constructed across the system, and then I was created. I assess the needs of each sector and generate contracts to achieve the necessary goals of colonization, and with their completion, steps toward a functioning, advanced civilization become evident. Colonization is the sworn duty of every human who arrives in the Almagest. However, personal projects are expected. Each contract provides compensation upon completion, and you will be permitted to use more sophisticated technology as you progress. Colonization requires order. Order requires participation. Your actions will shape the future of mankind in the Almagest system. Your first contract is ready.
That's new.
As expected, the station is fully automated, but there is some kind of gateway network to travel through the whole system.
Come and get me, then. We can do the contracts together.
We still don't have the materials to repair the ship. I don't even know exactly where you are, and someone needs to monitor the colonists.
And you've decided I'm the one to stay behind?
It's the logical choice, Yvonne. I'll be back soon.
Are you serious? You'll leave me stranded while you go adventuring across the Almagest. Brother of the Millennium, right there.
It's the only way. Conserve power and rest. I'll come back for you. I promise.
Yeah, our brother doesn't much care for us. That hasn't changed. Alright. So let's jump into the quests again and look at what's changed. Now, if you've watched playthroughs, you know that I've added stuff to the sledge because that's not exactly what the sledge is supposed to look like. But honestly, we will change it up and modify it drastically before we return to the planet. So, place to call home. The speed indicator particles freak me out a little bit still. Make me think of clang sparks, which with the introduction of mechanical blocks, we can officially announce Kling's return to Space Engineers 2. So if you were worried about Space Engineers 2 not having Kling, trust me, he's been reinvited. And anyone who's watched me play knows that I do my best to not make sacrifices to Kling. But I play Space Engineer, so I give plenty of sacrifices to Kling. There it is. Oof, that is a lot more sudden. Alright, we are here. First thing we need to build is the survival kit. Electric parts and steel plate. Like last time, I am a
inventory full.
what's the right term here? Hoarder. That's the right term. I am a hoarder. I need some wire. Oh, it wants me to finish the antenna. Which needs steel tubes. So I need wire and steel tube. I have both. Wire, steel tubes. Alright, now we have... This is a little asteroid base. It's supposed to be your starter base. And last time I pretty well ignored that and used the sledge as my starter base. We're not going to do that this time. Like I said, the sledge is going to be seriously overhauled pretty quickly this time. So we're going to try to use this base as intended. What is it building from? Is it building from my... Alright. I don't have... Oh, I have 122 steel plates, so it is building from my... Okay, it's confusing me. Alright. So here we have ice, silicone, cobalt, and some copper. And some iron. And this is just simply not going to work for us. So if we're going to use this for our base, it is time to transfer that to this. And yes, we will eventually be going full space station like we did at the end of last time, but for now, let's go ahead and start our conversion of why won't it connect? Oh, wait, I know why. That truss block is in the way, that's why. And not just the one truss block. Apparently. Let's go ahead and add these in. I do wish it would quit switching back and forth automatically on its own. Okay, so I want that one go. Okay. I need some motors and Construction components. So let's grab motors. And then construction components.
Inventory
There we
full.
go. I have one. Two. Three. Four. You may have already noticed signs of one of the things that has changed dramatically that we didn't expect to change so dramatically, and that is inventory space. Inventory spaces have dramatically increased. And the reason that matters when we're talking about ships is because what flew last time does not necessarily fly anymore. Let's move the nickel, cobalt, silicon, and iron to its own homes. And put all you guys back in here. Of course not. It doesn't listen. It doesn't do what I tell it to. Alright, well, we got one completely full of ores. So I guess let's go pull the cobalt out of it. Starting its own one. Gold thread. Gear forge components. Alright. There. Now the sledge is empty. The reason that is important. Oh, let's see if we can what's those things called? Catwalks. There they are. I didn't have to look it up. I didn't have to type it in. I just found it.
Inventory full.
Yep. There we go. Now, these crates are not functional for us. Let's get rid of them. There we go. Forgot there was a small cargo container already on this thing. Which is why it filled up with ore so fast, because it's a small cargo, not the larger cargo. Got it. Alright, so let's break the sledge down and build something that we actually will like to use. The number of things added in Vertical Slice 2.2 is crazy. So, expect to see new things and me to go, hey, that's new, frequently as we get going through this. Because there's a lot. You've already seen me dealing with it a couple times, but here's one of the new things right here, oxygen tanks. Speaking of which, we should FK. We need all the tanks on this ship. Helps if you type it correctly. All of these tanks need to be on empty. This one needs to be on fill. And then we need to oxygen tank. Yeah, hydrogen tanks, because we're going to want to replace both. We're going to want some more of both of these. Alright. Hydrogen tank. We'll put a couple of these down here. Of course, we can't put it there because... You know what? We'll put them down here then. Alright. Blow out, but all these trusses, get them out of my way. Alright, so now, hydrogen tanks. And oxygen tank. There is not a larger oxygen tank. Good news is that will fit perfectly up here. Now then, let's see. We need to turn off H2O2s. Because those just will keep filling stuff up, and we don't want to fill up from The H2O2s. We want to drain what we have. We need some turbine blades. Turbine blades and steel tubes. So, turbine blades, check. Steel tubes, check. Did I use up all of my turbine blades to make the one? TUR. Ooh, we did. I guess we'll have to do it out of iron.
Inventory full.
Apparently I need nickel for that. Never mind.
Inventory full.
Alright, there. Now, that will drain these tanks. And the only reason that's important is I don't want to waste all that oxygen. Nor do I want to waste all that hydrogen. I mean, I didn't even do that last time. Much less having done it this early in the game. Current charge level 0, okay. That's the one thing about grinding off a ship like this, is when the stuff decides it just go float away. Ha! Don't worry, I've got an idea of what the new ship will look like in my head already. See how much more we can grind now versus the entire inventory. It's crazy how much larger the inventories are now. They made the inventories go up dramatically. So our new ship is going to have more doesn't have to have as many cargoes, but we'll have more cargo space than the old one because cargoes have increased dramatically because they increased the inventory space dramatically. Ooh, look, we're actually getting full. Let's go empty it. As we've now reduced this down to almost where it started out as the sledge. Yes, I really did pull a bunch off when I turned it into the sled. Or added a whole bunch when I built the sledge. On further, because I add extra thrusters and all kinds of fun stuff to it. Oh, something you probably didn't notice. That is a dramatic change. The grinder. Did you notice how quiet the grinder is? I was able to go in and adjust volumes to make things pleasant for my ears. You're welcome. Oh look, I missed the chat. Hold on, let's see who chatted. Andy. I have a Discord channel you're welcome to look at. I'll look at your art later if I have time. I'm glad you tuned in and joined us today, though, Andy.
Low.
Oh no, my energy's low. And that should have refilled my O2. Why didn't it? Is it because these are all... I know why, because they're not set to... Everything is set to recharge only now. Control panels, tanks. Now all the tanks need to be set to auto. Now... is going on? Alright, hydrogen tanks. There, we'll put one of these to charge. Oxygen tank, 0. Oxygen tank, 0. Oh, well that's not good. According to that, we have no oxygen. Well, excuse me. I was able to get the mute down before I sneezed in your ear. Okay, well, let's go grab some ice. There, 6,000 ice ought to make a big difference. Provided I can figure out which way's out. Now, like control panel, H2. There, we got our oxygen coming back in. There we go. That's what we're worried about. Because we do have to worry about oxygen now, because we will die without oxygen. All right. We have another big chunk of the ship scrapped. can see those hanging out right there on the ground. I wish I had the all the upgraded grinders and drills again like we had last time, but we'll have to work our way back to those. Are just about done with the breaking it apart and ready to start putting it back together. Just about. Got this whole thing. And the functioning block miners will make this so much faster in the future. But we're not there yet, obviously. There. That's the last functional block. They also seem to have improved the detection of which block I'm aiming at to grind. So far we haven't had the tap 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 from it thinking it's not connected to something it's connected to. Ah, it's gone. I could chase that thing all the way to Verter. done. That area. Alright, nothing but a connector on this side. Obviously, a connector is the best place to start from, so I'm not going to go any lower than that. Then I just have to rebuild the connector. Alright, so this is going to be our Explorer craft. It needs to be able to carry a large amount of loot. Sorry. Alright, it needs to carry a large amount of loot, and it needs to be hydrogen powered to go up and down. So of course we will start with cargo bay. Cargo for our defining characteristic. I'd actually rather go that direction. Let's go 3 wide. So that is a lot of cargo.
Inventory full.
And off those cargoes, let's go with that's an awful lot of hydrogen. Do we want that much hydrogen? I mean, I would have to put more cargo to justify that much hydrogen, wouldn't I? If I quit floating off into space. Yeah, I think I would. I think that's too much hydrogen. I think we're only going to do 1 hydrogen tank. And an oxygen tank. Throw a cockpit on the front. And we need an H2O2. Of course, the H2O2 is not as conveniently shaped as I would like. So we will do it this way. There. And then like that. And it gives us our hydrogen, our oxygen and our H2O2s. Start welding that together. Okay. Our issue is going to be thruster issues. Because I do believe that is the wrong kind of thrusters. I know it is now. Because we can go small, but I don't think small is going to do the trick. Honestly, let's throw a couple more of these on, except for intentionally sideways for everything else. Okay. Now, let's give our thrusters starting home. Really? It's gonna make me weld that one before it will let me. I think 6 verticals ought to be plenty. I do indeed believe that is going to be plenty of thrust.
Suit energy low.
Suit energy low. Well then, let's power up. It didn't take long, did it? And off we go. Alright, that gives me some vertical lift. Obviously, we'll want to be able to stop that when we're in space, so let's go just one set like that. Now, from experience, a ship like this is going to get heavy. So we want to go more than we think, actually. So let's go with 4 in each direction. And yeah, I just switched it to 8 going up. There we go. 4 going forward. This direction is kind of like vertical. We're going to want extras. Somehow we're actually getting some shape to this, even though it's just cargo and thrusters. Which is not typically the way you go to make a pretty ship. We're going to get side to side. You. We put it there, there, and there, there, and then do that for my 4 thrusters. This thing should be able to easily carry all of that loot on and off planets easily. I know it's severely over-thrustered, but that's done on purpose, so I'm not worried about that part. Gyros, because we need gyros to be able to turn the thing. And that's the only size of gyro we have. Okay. Seems like a good spot to put the gyros. Plus, gyros are kind of cool in this game. And then we need batteries. We do not have the bigger size, so we will go with what we have. What? No, it's not what I said. I did not move that direction. Well, let me do this then. I cannot make it go where I want it to. I cannot fill in the holes the way I want them filled. What if we do it this way then? There we go. Guess this is a good temporary home for him. Okay, is there anything else we need? We can turn it. We can thrust in every direction. We have power. We have fuel. We have a cockpit. That is the bare minimum it needs to fly. Alright. Oh, it needs a survival kit. That's what it needs, that it does not have. Okay. It needs a respawn point. Which honestly fills that hole better than those do, so I guess those get to go away and get a new home. See, that fills the hole. Now, turning where the batteries will go is a whole different story. Actually, you know what? That's not necessarily a bad spot for them. Just slap them right there. Oh, why did my brain see that? That's the only size solar panel. Where won't it place? Yeah, I really did do that. Okay. Now let's get that welded up.
Suit energy low.
Is this welded up? No. Fill up my energy, fill up my oxygen. Hop out and go weld. I don't have the glass on me, so I can't do that yet. Apparently my inventory's empty. No, that's not what I meant.
Inventory full.
Oh, those construction start with construction components. Yeah. This ship will get us by a long time. As evidenced by the amount of... Alright. So let's grab some, what do we need for these actually? Motors and construction components.
Inventory full.
Alright, now we got ourselves a nice... Not these steel tubes. A bunch of turbine blades, a bunch of steel tubes. Bunch of metal grids. And there's all the gyros. Hopefully 6 is enough gyros to this needs electronic parts. You're gonna need steel tubes, grids and stuff, Looks like I need electronic components, tubes, and grids. Toss those two back. Electronic parts, some grids. It's not much. Grids. See how far this gets me. Oh, something else we didn't look at finishing out. What took to finish that? Motors. Need 4 motors yet. Someplace where I can grab a motor. There. Should have done that. Should have checked them. Should have checked out that part first. And it's just needing glass. Thrusters. All the detail that's on these Space Engineer 2 blocks is really cool. It really is. Little details that I don't even normally pay attention to, but when you're up close like this, you can see, like, that copper tubing there. Oh, we ran out of steel plate in my inventory, not in everything else, obviously, but
Inventory full.
there's 400 of them there. I'm pretty sure we're all right. Where are we at? Just finished that one. Now we have our first set of batteries. This whole block is put together. Actually making a lot of progress here. Most rapid. Alright, now we need to grab. Apparently I don't have a solid connection between that. There should be a solid connection. I should connect all the way solid. We have problems. This shit may be in multiple pieces, even though it looks like it's on one piece. That or I just have one or two pieces not welded. I think I have welded already, which is what we'll hope for. Because it's way easier the two situations to deal with. Yep, we're at to build from cobalt because we are out of grid. That is just grab the cobalt.
Inventory full.
I clearly didn't need all of it, but
Suit energy low.
recharge. Okay. Now, that's got the entire back of the ship welded up except for the solar panels. So to do the front, I need turbine, steel plates, and tubes. Turbine, steel plates, tubes. glass and steel plate. Alright. Empty, empty, empty.
Inventory full.
Okay. TUR. I only see 16. I need more than that. Which means nickel.
Inventory full.
I didn't grab enough I didn't grab tubes. Dang it. I need tubes.
Inventory full.
Now I can just hopefully weld everything. Okay. Okay. Okay, inventory. Starter platform is not showing any connection to. And there's the Y. Can I lift it up with just my infrared measure? Yes. There you go. Now again, push down with all your might. Once we made it move up, maybe we can make it move back down. Nope. At least it's an easy fix, though. Nice. Of course there isn't.
Inventory full.
Whoa! Okay. That'll take care of that now. Need some electronic parts. ELE. One of my dogs just proved they don't like me. That is a terrible smell. If you're new, I have 3 mutts. They're all rescue dogs. A shepherd mix, a Labrador shepherd mix, and a Whippet, which is a medium-sized greyhound, and a Chihuahua with an underbite. Which the last one especially sounds like it would be a joke. Okay, now tank, sledge tanks. We want these to charge, and we want these two to discharge. Now that should make this one at 100%. Should make that one at 100%. Yes. So now the sledge, our new sledge, has everything it needs. And the really cool part is, we can even take it a step further and go GDRILL. Oh no, we don't have access to those yet, so we'll take care of that when we get them. Alright, let's go turn in our mission. And actually, let's do one other thing first. GPS. Match from current position. New marker. This is the starter base. Starter. Yeah, starter base. So for starter base, sounds like I'm on the ground. So let's do asteroid. There we go. And then we'll clump these two together. And this group will be Verder sector. There we go. Now, I got to take my tanks off a chart. So we can fly. Yeah. Good grief. This thing's acceleration is nuts. I keep expecting there to be some time in between stop and go, and it's just nope. We'll go 1,000 miles a second. We can accelerate all at once. There's some things I still need to do to it. Like we need to adjust the landing situation. Oh, that is aggressive. The couple of streamers I've watched talk about that, alright, that is very sudden now. Alright, so we finished the contract. We come turn it in like used to, except for all these things down here now. We don't just receive them in our inventory. We have to select them. The rewards here. We have to get them out of here. And we have two options. Gold, ice, copper, production tier 1. They both will give me production tier 1. That one's going to give me copper, gold, and ice. This one, parts, thread, and motors. Let's go for this one then. An interesting natural cave formation we want to explore further. We set up some excavation sites and you need to finalize them. Alright. They didn't give me... Nope. What we did not put on here that we need to is landing gear. Which I'm gonna have to come down a block to be put on. Oh gee. Oh, I know why, never mind. Alright, let's take our SR-71 Blackbird looking. Is this one in space or on the planet? I can't remember. How did something on the sledge get destroyed? we slid into the atmosphere on accident here. We have. Since I don't even have access to ions yet, I don't think the ion thruster warning's super helpful at the moment. It's kind of, the ship really is speed-wise like all or nothing the way I'm kind of building. Wait. Oh, you want to go fast? Okay. I won't go anywhere. Whoa, cut that out. This is where we need our landing gear built, that we don't have built. Let's hop out and build them. Let's do it back further. If I don't have any steel on me, so I guess we'll cannibalize some. Even if it can't finish it out right now, at least it will be there, and I can set the ship down so I quit wasting hydrogen. Alright, now in the front. You cut down a whole block to speed at the bottom, so it's a block and a half. It's 3 of these high. So right here at the bottom of the oxygen tank then. It's one plate. There we go. Alright. Like, really? It's not enough altitude? These aren't high enough. Want to go up higher? Since I find the motors and electronic parts to build you out, I will. Alright. Now, what was I supposed to do here? Locate the excavated finished construction of all the unfinished blocks. Compressor, electronic parts, enough to build out one of these. Nobody steel plates. Well, good thing steel plates are hard to come by. Steel plate. You just want steel plate. Well, steel plate I can get. Alright, now just the gear forge. We need motors, electronic parts, and grids. Where am I going to get the motors? This assembler can provide everything. Really? I'm out of grid. I don't have any grids on me in here. It's alright. I do have a whole bunch of stuff on me now that I can use to finish up these. I have to lift it off the hair before I can lay it back. Put these on and then set it back down. Like that. And again like that. And that will allow our improved sledge to just land in the future. Because, you know, it's all on the ground, that's why. Alright. Let's see what we got out here. Some more ice. A little tiny bit of ice. Compressors, a suit battery. Electronic components. Copper. That's battery. Cobalt. It is. Isn't the quieter settings for the tools so nice? We should all think keen. I mean, it's something that as players we requested, and unlike a lot of software developers I can think of, they said, alright, you want it, here it is. There's the gear forge. Now, clear path and build a new battery. Iron and silicon. Iron is easy. Iron is really easy. Silicon. Silicon is much slower. We don't need a whole lot here, I don't think. There we go. Alright, battery constructed. Drill the hole straight through. And now you're here. We want you to put in 2 new batteries and another drill. Okay, and that leaves us with just this drill. Alright, contract finished. This means now I can take out the drill. Rip apart these things. Go back the way we came. But I'm done here. I'm powering down the site. You have grids in you. Actually, you know what? Like, we're going to need to go and unload before we can. Go very much further. I finished my thought. Okay. And okay. Now that's done. Those are gone. All that's left is here some iron. Iron there we could grind. A tiny bit of silicon, nickel, a little bit of cobalt. Actually, we got all the cobalt. Okay, that's powered down now too. Okay, and is there anything else in here? Nope. Nope. Alrighty, let's take the SR-71 back to space. It's not such a far-flung thought as it sounds on the surface. It's SR-71 flew right near space to start with. Well, what did we lose? Very little, actually. Unless I'm wrong, looks like we lost a solar panel, a thruster, and damaged a battery pretty severely. Oh, we lost a thruster there too. Pretty severely damaged that one. Blew up a couple of thrusters. And lost our as catastrophic crashes right off the bat go, not the worst. Is that all the grids we have? Yeah, it's all the grids. I said as that kind of a crash goes. Could have been a lot worse. Steel tubes and metal grids. Need that for a completely different thing. Why is my inventory all the way full? I've brought all the steel plate with me. Well, nothing like a fun crash to start. Oh, and it's time to get off. So I get to finish my time today with a crash. That's even better. I really supposed to be jumping off right this second, actually. But we'll go ahead and head for space. Oh, that's fun. Maybe I should look where I'm going next time. Gotta love how quickly this thing hits the thruster warnings. Atmospheric thruster warning. You're leaving the atmosphere. Oh, yeah. Quickly. Well, we will next time be continuing the updated missions on Valation Station. And we'll probably crash the SR-71 here again. I've got to get all the way into space because I'm running out of hydrogen. There. Now we won't blast through our hydrogen so fast. We are locked. Does that mean I'm curious. Does it refill my tanks for me? Yeah, it does. Okay, well, that's really good reason to have come in lockdown then. 'Cause tanks were low. All right. There is where we will end it today. When we come back next week, we will, or when we come back Thursday, we will be continuing from this point, working on colonizing the Almagest system. I stream Space Engineers in the morning, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to noon here on Twitch, and then I jump over to YouTube and stream for another 3 hours on Space Engineers in the afternoons from 12:30 to 3:30 ish being operative. As always, I'm the Blind Gaming Guy. Until next time, I hope your days go great.